Welcome to Snowshoe Mountain. My name is Trevin. I will be taking you through a preview of the course for stop number 1 for the Gravity East series at Snowshoe Mountain. So getting ready in the start here. 1,500 vertical feet of descent on our mountain. Pro times usually around 4 to 4.5 minutes on our courses. First little wood section, kind of rooty and rocky. Decided to open that, turn up a little bit more, and added some berm support there for this race. Here's a look at the first big step down drop. It's called the cupcake drop. A couple different angles there for you. Carry some speed into the woods again here. Nice snake and single track section there. And here's a steep little rocky chute. Some option lines in there, some easier, some harder. And a little step down over West Ridge Road. Pre-jump here. And carry tons of speed down onto the slope. Another little step down. Been reworking a few of these key features, trying to get some good flow out of them. Here's a little old school Norba tabletop hip jump. Those older guys might remember that. Down through here, we've got a first drop into the upper steeps of the mountain. Essing through here, we're going to have some nice single track, pretty rocky, rooty in areas, and into our first fairly technical section. Pretty steep in here. We call this the 90s. And it can be tough in the wet, but currently we've got great dry conditions and traction couldn't be better. That's the Turkey Rock section there. And snaking our way through. Optional inside jump line. Good wide open turns in here. Some inside lines here and there. Opportunities to carry plenty of speed. Into another section here. It's got multiple lines in it. Definitely pretty rough and rocky. And into our one major rock art in there. There's an option line to the left just before it for those who are not feeling as daring up to the challenge. And now we're down into the flats of the mountain a bit. Right in the middle section of our mountain. For those of you who have raced here before, know about it. So we've got a ditch jump here, that's what we call it. It's kind of a little gap into a nice ravine. Lots of speed, and back out into the slopes. Fitness carrying into this area. Hope you did your training back home, because you'll be using it in this section. You can carry good speed, but you're going to be needing to get some cranks in. Keep that average speed up. And it's well worth it. We try to give you a reward. And down this last little road section, we've got a nice jump called the hip jump. And it's basically a hip. It's been around for a while, so if you have raced here before, you probably are familiar with it. Opportunities to catch some pretty good air off this. There's a couple angle shots on it. Tons of fun and great flow to it. Now we're getting ready to drop into the lower steeps of the mountain. Nice berm turn there. This is kind of a new section that we're going to add in this go around. You drop into a pretty high speed straight section there. A little grade reversal to slow you down, and then you're down into this left to right turn that's fairly steep, and you really need to have your setup in there and braking under control to nail that one. It's definitely a key turn of the course. Now into what was used to called back in the Norba days the off-camber. Off to the right you see the old Norba Pro course route. Now we're branching off to the left on some benching and making our way out to Shays, lower Shays. A little bit of mud here. Mountain's still draining some water after a long, hard winter. out onto Shays. Pretty high speed here, kind of off camber as you re-enter the woods. Eyes get adjusted to the light, and then you got to go right into the dark woods again. Pretty tough transition, but launch down this steep chute here. Carry tons of speed out onto these flats where we have some nice big wide open flat turns, carving those knobbies and that bike around these corners, trying to carry the speed for the exit here. Now we've got a little wood section, pretty fast. Left line's a little straighter, but you have this optional ditch jump to another ditch jump. Here's another angle on it. Tons of speed in here. Launching off the first, and here's the second. Get possibly a little braking in right here. Slow down and set yourself up for pretty much the last technical spot. Up and over good sized rock and rooty section, and now into the home stretch. Here's our buckles. Finish is right about there. And that is a look at the first stop of the Gravity East Series, race number 1. And as always, all our trails and products are due to prove. So visit us at ride.snowshoe.mtn. Thanks for watching.